Hey everyone, it's Audra again for my second video of this week. Um, Sorry, I'm just not in the mood to move right now. So this video I had originally planned on being a throughout the years video, and I may do that later on this week if I have time. But I saw something on a show. I think it was the Rachel Ray show. I'm unemployed, so I get to watch a lot of daytime television. I think it was Rachel Ray, about a new study that has been done. And I kind of figured, why not talk about it? Because I think it's a pretty important study. Um, Basically, it compares the chemical reactions in the brain that have to do with addiction. Um, it compares those reactions to drugs and food. And basically, what the study says is that um, the same thing that's happening in a heroin or cocaine addiction or alcohol addiction or anything else, those same chemical reactions are happening to people who are addicted to food. So that there is a link, there is some, substance to the idea that there is such a thing as food addiction. And how the study worked was that they took three groups of rats. Of course, this has been done on rats. I don't think they're going to give electric shocks to people. I don't know. They may still do that somewhere. But basically, they had three groups of rats. One group ate very healthy foods, things that are, rats are supposed to eat. Another group had healthy food 23 hours of the day, and then 1 hour a day they would give it very high fat, high caloric food. And then the third group had only high fat, high caloric food 24 hours a day. And what they did was, after a period of time, I think it was a couple of months, they started giving shots to the rats when they would eat. Now, I don't like testing when it hurts animals or anything like that. I'm not all for it, but I've been shocked before. It's not like a huge, shock, but I guess somehow they like shock their feet when they would go to the food. So, the rats are going to the food. I guess they'd step on something, it'd give them a shock, they'd leave. Um, and what they found was, with the first two groups of rats, the ones that were eating either exclusively healthy food or only getting the high fat, high caloric foods for an hour a day, when they would get shocked, they would back away and they wouldn't eat anymore. There was a negative response. But the rats that had the high fat, high caloric food all the time would ignore the shocks and would keep getting shocked in order to eat. And basically, the way the doctor, whoever was explaining it, was that what happens with addiction is that you eat something or you take something, in the case of drug, alcohol addiction, or in food addiction, you're eating something and it makes you feel good. The dopamine in your brain goes up. And then, of course, the more you do it, the more you need to get those dopamine levels to rise. So whereas, one cookie may have gotten you, the quote unquote high before, now it's going to take, after a while, it's going to take two cookies, and then it's going to take three, and then four, and then to the point where you're eating an entire package of cookies, even though in your head you're thinking, I should not be doing this. It's like you have to. The cravings get stronger. I've gone through withdrawals before when I've gone on some serious diets that were just like nothing. I went on a raw vegan diet, which lasted about 3 days because the withdrawals were just too much for me to handle. And it's a very real thing. And I know I kind of have this because it's like, I know I should not be eating pound cake, but I had to have it. And I felt bad afterwards. And there's times that, I used to be, I used to purge after eating. I know I said that in one of my videos. And I have, up until the last time I probably purged was about a year ago, a little more than a year ago. But, the thought crosses my mind. And it takes a lot for me not to go and purge. But it's like that guilt and that, I know I should not be eating it. Why am I eating this? Like, I know I shouldn't be doing it, but I'm doing it. And, it's kind of like a drug addict, I've had many family members who are alcoholics or recovering alcoholics. And, it's like, I know I shouldn't be drinking, but I can't stop. So, that's something to think about. Something that I'm really glad they're doing studies on this because, there's a lot of people out there who have this misconception about people who are overweight. And, you know, it's just, granted, I shouldn't have put myself in this situation, but now it's gotten to a point where, it's almost like I need rehab, because like I said, I've gone on some strict diets where you're not allowed to have sugar, you're not allowed to have, you know, over a certain amount of calories, you're not allowed to have, a certain amount of fat, that sort of thing. And I go through withdrawals and I get really irritated, I get really moody. Um, I start, I have had like shakes and migraines and stomach irritation, and it's just like the worst thing I could imagine. And then it's like I have to, the only thing going through my mind is I need sugar, I need sugar, I need sugar. Or I need something fatty, which my favorite fatty go-to food is Mexican. And it's like I need tacos, I need tacos, I need tacos. And so I have to break down. So you know, I think, this is a study that has just been released. There's a lot more, I think, going to come of it. The doctor who was on the show said that he foresees in the future there being kind of like an AA or NA meetings. There will be, you know, FA meetings or, something like that. There'll be like a 12-step program to wean yourself off of it because it is a chemical reaction in the brain. There is some chemical stuff going on. So that's my little thing, my little info for today. And I need to be going, have to leave soon. But I will see you guys at the latest next week. Bye.